Hey everybody, it's me, Melody. Welcome to my stream. Like on the way in, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share on all platforms. So, I wanted to go live because I'm hearing Kevin Samuels passed away. Now, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but if it's true, this is like really, really bad. I mean, this is awful. I love Kevin Samuels. I love his content. I love his message. I love what he's doing for Black women. I love it. Um, he's telling these Black women what it is, straight up. He don't bite his tongue. He let them know, listen, you're a modern woman. You need to find somebody. You need to settle down before you hit the wall. I mean, that's that's a great message. And this is a sad day if he's gone because who else is going to take on his legacy? Like, who else? I mean, because it was great for the manosphere because nobody else in the manosphere really went live stream. So with him going live, I said live stream. I'm sorry. They didn't go, they didn't go viral like he did. So it's like mainstream. There's the word I'm looking for. So who else is going to get this message out? Um, yeah, I'm really, really saddened by his passing. If it's true, do anybody know if it's confirmed in the chat? Can somebody? Oh, Deborah. Deborah says, unfortunately, it's true. May he rest in peace. So I guess, yeah, a couple of people in my chat is saying that it's confirmed. Oh man, like I don't know what to say. My condolences to his family. My condolences to, especially to his daughter, because I'm hearing he had a daughter. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say. But what I am really pissed off about, if it is true, on Twitter, on Instagram, even on Facebook, I'm seeing women celebrating his death. I seen somebody say, "Ding dong, the witch is gone." I'm seeing so many distasteful comments about his death. And me personally, I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy, let alone celebrate it. Like, what kind of a human being would celebrate somebody's death? It's disgusting. Like, it's really bad. And I feel like Black women are happy that he's gone because he was the only one calling him out. Nobody else was calling him out publicly like that. I mean, the men in the manosphere was trying to call him out, but they never went mainstream, so they couldn't do it publicly like Kevin Samuels was doing. But yeah, Michael, he passed away allegedly. Like I don't know if it's confirmed. People are saying it was confirmed and it was verified, but Gold Professor says I'm not going to speak on this until it's confirmed. Yeah, I mean that's why I didn't really want to do this until it was confirmed, but people are telling me it is. And I even went on Google and typed his name in and nothing's really coming up. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to think. I'm still hoping that it's not true. But exactly, D Rockton. These are our so-called women. Exactly. And we already know most of these women's talking points, like let's say Cynthia G. They want Black men dead anyway. So this is like a great time in their lives right now. for somebody like Kevin Samuels to pass. Like, I don't know, but I'm not going to talk much, but I am going to drop the link. I'll have an open panel. If anybody have anything to say about Kevin, any good memories, or if anybody have anything to say about these nasty, disgusting women saying negative things about Kevin's passing, please come up. So I'm gonna drop the link now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, my love. So I dropped the link. So anybody want to come up and speak on this? Hit the link, come up, and let's have this conversation. But in the meantime, let me say hi to everybody who showed up in the chat. So we have No Country for Old Simps. Hi, welcome. We have Cash God. Salute to you. We have Jagger You. I hope I said your name correctly. Salute to you. Hi, Gold Professor. Peace to you as well. Madara, he says, yeah, he's gone so sad. Yeah, like this is unbelievable. And he was only 56. That's to me, that's too young to die. I mean, we supposed to live to like 80, 85. I mean, he was definitely gypped out of his life. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but rest in peace to him. Hey, Demetrius. Yeah, exactly. It's very tasteless. Like, I can't believe these women are saying the things they're saying. Like, you're not supposed to wish death, not even on your worst enemy. So, for them to act like this is just revealing the type of people Black women are. And it's sad because I'm a Black woman myself, but when I see things like this, it's embarrassing to me as a Black woman. So I gotta call it out. I mean, it's only right for me to call out bad behavior. It's definitely disgusting. Hi, D. Rockton. Welcome. Deborah, welcome. We have Classy Young Man. It is definitely an incredibly sad day. Definitely sad, but welcome to my stream. Kevin, yes, exactly. Thank you, Kevin Murray. He says, like the live stream, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely do that. Hey, Triple X, long time. I don't think it's confirmed yet, but his frat brothers and a lot of the men in the space who knew Kevin is saying that is true. So I'm just going by that for now. But yeah, let me let up everyone on my stream. Hi guys.
Hey, hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, what's
Was
going
that
on,
an
Mel?
was that an
Oh,
hey
well, how are
Melvin?
you?
Um, Kind of saddened about this day today, unfortunately. I just talked to my mother-in-law, who's part of the churches in Oklahoma City, and my father
Mhm.
is a deacon. They know Kevin. They know Kevin from a lot of travels from Texas back to Oklahoma City, and they talked to the family. It's been confirmed that he did pass away.
Oh no, so it's definitely confirmed.
Yeah, he died of a heart attack.
Oh,
Oh my
heart attack,
God.
huh? Wow. Yeah, that's real unfortunate, man. As I said, I didn't want to speak on it until it was, confirmed by numerous validated and or verified sources.
Right.
Because things get said and get twisted out of the way, and so
Yeah, that's true.
that's
Yeah.
why I wasn't quick to respond to that, and I'm still kind of, you kind of let things play out until you can really get the gist of what's being said and uh, lean on the you know verified sources that are expressing what's happened. So it's
Right.
unfortunate. And I've been reading comments, and you know, a lot of the comments are from males and females. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's this and he did, but
Yeah.
it was the message. It wasn't about him. It was the message, and all those people saying these comments. You are the unhappy ones.
Mm,
You know, that is you. Yeah, you mad because he was talking about you, and
exactly.
a lot of us are talking about you, and you're mad about it. You
Right.
know, so
Yeah.
therefore, when he passed away, if he has, you don't want you thinking that message is going to stop with him. No, it is not.
Mm-mm. No. And you know what I like? I like the fact that he represented for the manosphere. Like, and a lot of people said that they found the manosphere through him. So maybe more people will come over here because of the message that he spread. Now that he's not here, maybe somebody else will go viral and continue his work. Because I think he was doing excellent work. He changed a lot of people's lives.
He
Well,
actually had a lot of
oh, I'm
young
sorry.
women actually. Oh, I'm sorry, go professor. He actually had a lot of young people thinking about looking upon their own lives and also looking at the older women in their generation. And I think they're starting to notice that the older women in their generation, they're like, I don't want this when I get older.
Well, the message, it's the message that people the message won't stop, man. You can people can say, well, he was a representative. No, he was one that happened to stand out more than others. But there are many more with the same you can one can stop, but the collective you can't stop. Because after one there'll be another one, and then after the other one there'll be another one with the same message and hitting them harder. You can't escape that. You could be mad at the person who came out with it, but at the end of the day, that message is still gonna. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, definitely do agree with that. Real quick, before we go to you, Triple X, let me read this super chat. Thank you, Dane C, for the $5 super chat. He says, "Hey, Melody, don't be surprised by many of these Black women's reactions. They already expose themselves and their behaviors. To fight back, we should celebrate Kevin Samuels." Yeah, I agree. I mean, first we got to confirm before we start celebrating. But what do you guys have to say about that?
Yeah, it has to be confirmed, as I've been saying. But I, regardless, I don't want people to think, because if it has come to where he's passed away, I don't want people thinking that the message is ending with him. No, you guys got it all twisted up. You got to know the message doesn't
Mhm,
stop with him. The message, in fact, gets stronger. It you
mhm.
know it gets stronger and even more efficient.
Yeah.
Each
Thanks.
time it becomes even far more refined. So you could have people who speaking ill about the person, but what about that message? See, I always say, hey, don't be mad at the messenger, address the message. See, that's
Facts.
what it
Well,
is.
Facts.
thanks. Good
Facts.
Agreed.
thanks.
Agreed.
Facts.
So let me have you,
Yeah, I got.
Triple X.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to you, Melody. Yeah, it's been a long time. I just hopped on YouTube. I ain't even
Mhm.
been in the sphere like that, and man, I see this like whoa. So I
This
had
is
to pull
crazy.
up. Yeah, this is insane. But yeah, I wanted to ask Classy something. Um, yeah, I know you said you had the Inside Connect. Hey, thanks for coming on here and hitting us off with that information, man. We appreciate that.
No, no problem. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, Oklahoma City is a very small city. I'm from
Yeah,
there, and a lot of people usually you would know your next door neighbor in 10 miles over the next person. It's not a
right.
big city.
Wow. Hey, I want to ask you something too, man. Being in the medical field,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, I mean, that was a trademark of his, those Red Bulls, man. You know?
I
Yeah.
was always very up against the wall about him drinking those Red Bulls because
Yeah.
one of those Red Bulls they equal 4 cups of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that type those Red Bulls they can drive your heart rate up to like numerous rates. And
Yeah.
I've seen him drink. I don't know if he was always drinking them. I could be wrong. Some people can
On
put something
camera,
in
he was.
on camera. It looked like he was, and I was thinking
Yeah.
to myself, Kevin, why are you drinking all these Red Bulls? That's what was going through my head as I was watching the shows because I'm like, I've seen people drink that Red Bull and their heart rate just just go up. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I had heard that, but yeah, I wanted you to touch on it because I know that's this your expertise, you know.
well, I'm not going to confirm that's what
Yeah,
caused
we
him
don't
to
know what
pass,
happened,
but
but yeah.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
would say, I would
So
say,
one,
everybody's going to draw their conclusions about what happened with him, right? And it takes away, or that would be in my humble opinion, an attempt to dilute what the message was, to begin the downplay of what the message was. But you know, I'm gonna just say no. We gonna stay on that message. We can speculate what happened all day, but at the end of the day, that message still stands.
Right. Facts.
yeah,
And
it was that's Melanie Kane said she spoke with the family. They called her. It was confirmed that he passed. Yeah.
yeah, I heard about that, and I also heard his frat brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is true then. I really was trying not to believe it.
Me
It
neither. It said on
right.
live, so
Right.
it's confirmed. But you got people that are already clout chasing right now. It's pissing me off right now. There was a gay channel with some gossiping female making up talking about a woman died on top when he died on top of a woman, blah blah blah. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Hmm.
serious?
Are you kidding me? Like this is what I mean. Like black women like are the only women that's like this. Like no one
Mhm.
celebrates a death. You know
You
what I
see what
mean?
they did to Kobe Bryant, right?
Right.
That
Right.
man wasn't even
Yeah,
married.
same thing.
He died
Same
with his
thing.
daughter, and they celebrated his death.
I
Right,
never
because he wasn't with a black woman.
I never
That's why.
understood that. Living out in LA, I was here in 2000. I think it was 2002 when he married Vanessa at that time, and it started off with his mother. She was upset that he married that woman, and ever since then it just blew up. Oh, he married somebody outside his race. But I'm like, Kobe Bryant is not the average black man coming straight out of the hood. You got to understand, this man has been in upper class neighborhoods and he's been traveling with his father all overseas. So he's not coming out straight out of the hood, like, and where there's always black people. He's lived in Italy, he's lived in the Dominican Republic. He's
Right.
very well cultured. So he's
Mm-hmm.
seen everything past the black community. And these women, it's not saying that he said black women are bad. I'm just saying you start to get a different perspective when you do a lot of traveling.
And then not even that, you just got some black women feel like they own our penis.
Yeah.
You don't own our penis just as much as we don't own y'all vaginas. We don't own
Fact.
each other like that. We could build together, but we don't own each other like that. You got
Well,
your preferences, I got mine.
well,
We
the
just said that.
problem is when you're one-sided thinking. Okay, and you operating. You don't necessarily think. You more so operate off what your feelings are. And for the longest time, for years on top of years, you've uh, had it in your mind that it's supposed to go your way, one way, and it is what it is. Okay. And there's no counter to that. And the when people put pressure on brothers like that with the idea that we supposed to just do what they want us to do when they get ready to have us do what they want us to do, regardless of what demise that may come about from doing what we they want us to do, then when people go to talking about that, Well, you start seeing the tantrums. You start seeing the, falling out on the floor. Then they go to talking bad about you because you're going against what they expect you to do. And
Right.
that's the whole thing about it. He was giving them a counter to what they was always wanting to feel and think how things are supposed to go. Okay. And it don't go that way. There is a counter to that. Okay. You don't go to your job expecting everything to go your way, do you? No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
You go to interview for that job and they say, oh, well, uh, do you have the skills of this? Do you do you are you able to do that? Because do you know our mission statement? Do they ask those questions because the job wants you to be on their purpose. You aren't the job isn't trying to be on your purpose. You got to be on that job's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And to add on, gold professor, is basically if you don't go along with everything that they have set out, they're just gonna find the next person. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You
It's
see
priceless.
now with the left and the right. We go against the left. They want to do violent tactics against the right and stuff.
Well,
So I'm like, yo,
I'm not. Oh,
people
I'm
have
sorry.
to
Go
believe
ahead.
what they want to believe, and you have to agree with each other. But now you want to force someone to believe your like, no, that's
Mm-mm.
Well,
No.
I'm gonna just.
Thing
Oh,
is,
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Millie.
when you
I'm
home
sorry. Go ahead.
home by yourself and
Mhm.
wondering the results that you're not getting in life, like the way you want to, then that's what really shows. Because you shouldn't even have to be wondering the results I got. Is actually working? Am I succeeding? When you start questioning stuff like that, especially when you're old and alone, then it really hits you and stuff. You can go online and look for pity online and social media or video, whatever, and look for those that don't know you personally and still pandering to you so much. But when them cameras is off, computer shut off, and you're still in the depressive funk, fumbling in your mind, like, yeah, it shows. You can only blame one person, the one you look at the mirror every day.
Exactly.
Well, um, were you gonna read the
Oh,
super chat,
sorry.
Oh,
Melody?
yeah, I'll read a super chat and then you can go.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we have Demetrius. Thank you, Demetrius, for the $10 super chat. He says, this goes to show the lack of social conduct, that the toxic black woman online lack. I don't even wish death on content creators that I disagree with, like who's that? Themis Enthrall? I don't know who that is. Cynthia G, Yanni, and the pink pill. Exactly. You're not supposed to wish death on nobody. I don't care who it is. Like even the angry man earlier, he had a problem with Kevin Samuels, but he had a very nice live stream. He was
Yeah.
timing out people in the chat. Anybody who said anything negative about him, they had to get blocked. They had to go because the
Blocking
man passed
some people
away. Hmm?
Yeah, I was blocking some people on there because they were saying something stupid.
Well,
Right.
I'm gonna just say, I didn't agree with every single thing KS was saying. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make that point clear. But what I do agree with is better treatment of brothers. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
however we get there is however we get there.
Mm-hmm.
But brothers
Mhm.
deserve to be treated as well, just as much as anybody else. Treated correctly just as much as anybody else. And that includes by other brothers as well. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
KS, I mean, he would go hard, but at times you need people to go hard, and people are mad at it because they didn't have an answer for. That's it's like Shaq coming down the middle, and you got Spud Webb trying to defend it. You know,
Yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
good
you
point.
can't stop Shaq from coming. He coming. The diesel is coming, right? And the point is, uh, when you standing on something, well, get out the way and and
Right.
and, uh, and let it happen.
Mis-
And
Mr.
be right to a brother. You want us. I just struggle with why people think We supposed to be right to you, but you can't be right to us. Help me understand that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, real quick, to Bobby, Mr. Bobby, right? I'm sorry, you would have been next. Just hit the link, come back up, then. As soon as you get up here, you can speak. I wasn't trying to like ignore you or anything.
Of
So as soon
course,
as you
yeah.
come back up, you can speak your mind,
Speak your piece. Speak your piece.
speak your
Yes, sir.
piece.
You know
Yes,
what?
sir.
Okay.
But before Bobby come back, I want to say this real quick.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of people like bypass a lot what Kevin was doing. He wasn't just speaking for the high class, type of men. He wasn't just speaking for the middle class type of men, the average brothers we say. He was speaking for the buildment of the black family unit. He wanted to see more black families out there, and he tried to
Hmm.
teach the both bring out the delusion of both men and women of the delusions how we should be getting together, how we have so expectations so high the way it is, or unrealistic expectation that technically you don't want to be old and alone and stuff. He said that about his aunt when she died alone and stuff.
Hmm.
I work a
Mm,
job picking up passengers from hospitals and stuff also too. Majority of those females ain't never been married or even had kids. And when I even had to pick them up when they still in their hospital gown, I'm like, where your clothes at? That you came into. It's like, no, this is what they brought me into. The cops had to break open my door to get me out until I passed out. I'm like, when I hear all the stories about some of these females, they ain't had no kids or even had no
Hmm.
husbands. They are just old and alone, miserable. Like, someone have to take home at night in the project building sometimes too. And I'll be wondering, like, damn, ain't nobody there for you. Because after the caretakers, shift is over, they on their own. So it's like,
Well,
damn,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's like it's sad. And it's like, and you got some women like, you know what? Out of a group of 10 females, you might get that one female that's able to get with that type of class type of dudes no matter what. But she's that one. Keep trying to live off the recess of her and think that's going to happen to you. You can't play the game like she does. She played the game how she plays and she get those results her way. It's not going to work for all y'all, and especially for the long term. If y'all keep caring about the short term game wins and everything, good luck. Because it's going to find you old and alone and miserable. Diane Carroll, I just found a video where her had to admit I don't know, 4 marriages, and when she chose to be independent, strong, it will find you old and alone and stuff.
Hmm.
I made that choice. That's my fault. I can't blame nobody but myself because of my
Well,
choosing my partners, all that.
oh, Mr. Bobby
Right.
was
Hey,
Oh,
but
Mr.
trying
Bobby's
to.
back. Hi, Mr. Bobby.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can hear
All right.
you.
Oh yeah, no, it was all good. I didn't really have that much to say. I was listening. I just got off work, but so I'll just say two things real quick, and then I'm gonna jump off. I gotta get to my side job. I'm always working. That's why you always see me commenting, not making videos. But anyway,
Right.
um, I think people like Kevin and other content creators have really helped to show that we have an issue with acknowledging that there are different classes within our people. And I think for so long, the image of black men and women have been very one-sided. And every time we try to show or conduct ourselves in a way that is conceived different by certain mindsets within our race, we get a lot of pushback and a lot of negative, a lot of negativity comes with it. I don't want to bring up the whole crab in a barrel things. I think that's kind of a skewed saying because crabs aren't supposed to be in a barrel to begin with. But
Mhm.
there is this whole mindset of, oh, you have to be the way that I say, kind of like what you guys were alluding to. But we do have different classes within our race, and I think Kevin has helped a lot of people to want to either change or to understand that it's okay if you're not a certain way. That blackness can be more than one thing. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. And the
Mhm.
second thing, anybody that's celebrating somebody passing in this context has a lot of demonic energy, and you are not cool. And if I see any person that I'm subscribed to celebrating this man's passing, I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm blocking you. Um, and that's really all I had to say about this. But rest in power to him, and obviously the truth and the message is still gonna go regardless of this situation today. So anybody celebrating this, it's not like things are going to go back to how it was. Like the truth is here, and
Mhm.
it's just going to keep going. So
Yeah, it will become
Exactly.
more
Yes,
refined.
sir.
It will become more refined. And I just want to say this, man. I gotta say this. A lot of people got locked into KS saying you're gonna die alone. Everybody dies alone.
Mhm.
Nobody goes out at the same time. Okay?
Mhm.
Nobody. The thing you guys was missing is he was speaking more to everybody growing up or growing old alone. That's where
Right.
it's at. Growing old alone.
Facts, facts.
That's where it's at. A lot of people was missing that. Okay.
being
Now, once
lonely.
again, I don't want to come across like I'm a spokesman for KS. You know, he's a grown man and at the time, and he spoke his own mind. I'm just saying what the where we're at with it. Nobody dies, everybody dies by themselves. You
Right.
come in this world by yourself, you leave by yourself. Even twins come into the world one by one, and you gonna leave by yourself. That's the fact. The thing is, are you gonna grow old alone? That's
Mhm.
Right.
Excellent point.
Hey,
Exactly.
that's you just dropped the jewel, gold professor.
Excellent.
Respect. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
definitely,
great
Right.
point.
And a lot of these bitter women are saying, "Oh, he died alone." How do they know that? They don't know his life. They don't know if he had a girlfriend or not, or a wife or whatever. Maybe he just didn't put his business out there.
If I had
yeah.
that much
These
attention, I wouldn't
women,
tell nobody anything.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. The women who posting that type of rhetoric, I mean, they're disgusting. You know,
Gross.
and if anything, they showing their true colors. You know, they definitely showing their
Exactly.
true colors. And I agree with what was said earlier. If I see that, they're worth for unsubscribes for me at that
Mhm.
point. Period. Yep. No, no exceptions.
I
I'm,
agree. Hey, look. Once again, everybody's not going to agree with everybody. Okay. Now you can't be mad at somebody all the time because they telling you about yourself. Okay. I mean, if I'm telling you, hey man, look, you smoking that crack and you looking real terrible right now. You can't be mad at me because I'm telling you messing up. If I'm telling you, look, mama, you eating too much and you look like you 400 pounds, your health is bad, you about to pass out, and I'ma struggle with lifting you up. Why you mad at me? Because I'm telling you what it is.
Right. Just trying to help. And that's what Kevin Samuels was doing, trying to help.
yeah,
You
I
gotta
think.
tell people like, yo, like the reality, some people's results are not gonna be yours. Okay, she's over 40 and still could get the high caliber dude. That's not gonna work for you. She knows how to move in circles even more despite her age. She aged different than you. She
Yeah.
might,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna work for you, and that's the problem. A lot of these females they pair bond so much, even through their successes. And even the ones that actually get no results, they telling them a false lie logic instead of actually telling the real truth. Like, because if they did, they lose their respect. Like, their power within each other. They feed each other. Reality,
I,
I'm more beautiful than you. I can still get with those dudes. You cannot get with the dudes I can. And that's one thing a lot of females don't even want to tell each other.
I want to know my original question. Why is it that we, uh, you want us brothers? I'm not talking about males. Okay, there's a difference between brothers and males. Okay, let me explain that real
Facts,
quick
facts,
because a lot of
facts.
people don't get that.
For those in the back.
Okay, when the police pull you over, do they say we have a black man or a black woman? No, they say a male or a female, and they say whatever you are. When you are born a male. You haven't gained understanding of nothing yet. And then when you grow older and gain some understanding of what you are, who you are, and get on your purpose, that's when you become a man. So there are a lot of males out here not on their purpose. So I want to be clear about that.
Hmm.
All right. Now, look, man, I asked this question, me as a brother, uh, I fail to understand why I should treat you with the utmost respect and courtesy, but can't receive that back. And I got to adhere to everything you want. Help me understand that question.
So
That's a great question. However, at this point, I wouldn't even try to ask that question because these women are mentally gone.
oh,
Facts,
Because,
facts. Well,
and I say this, oh, I'm sorry,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no. The females are mentally. See, there's a
That,
difference
well, yeah,
between
oh,
women,
I
them
agree.
ladies and women. See, them ladies and women understand that they give that appreciation, that courtesy, that respect. Well, then they're gonna win all day. A lady and the women understand this, but the females, which we find that is a overwhelmingly high number, tend to think that they can just mistreat us and think we supposed to just adhere to that mistreatment. Once
Because,
again,
oh, I'm sorry.
once again, it's just like we're on this panel, right? We're up here with Melody. She doesn't come across like some wild out female that's just saying some off the cuff stuff and have us all out of pocket up here, right? She's showing appreciation for the brothers up here, and what she's winning. She's winning, man.
I appreciate that. Thank
She's,
you.
and that's true, but Melody is winning based off the fact that she knows her femininity. Problem with a lot of these other women, they have been raised by highly aggressive women who've been in bad situations and don't know how to present themselves as ladies. So basically what you have is, it's kind of
A
like
bunch of females.
yeah,
A bunch of
a bunch of
females.
females. It's like cancer spreading all over the body. It starts off small and then it just builds up. It keeps building up. So what you have is just an army full of aggressive masculine feminists
Hmm.
that's just walking around, and they look at Melanie's like, "You don't want to be on our side." Melanie's like, "No, because that's why she got all of us up here."
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm for the
go
black
ahead.
man
I'm sorry.
100%. I always will be. I always was. So yeah.
because what I would say is, what is the female's most powerful weapon? It's they looks. That's all
Femininity.
they got is they looks, and as long as they feel like they got the looks to attract certain dudes. Now, yes, looks is the eye of the beholder. There are some big
No,
girls that are
no,
able
that's
to get.
not
Oh,
the
let me
most
finish. Let me finish.
powerful.
Let me finish.
Oh, yes, sir.
Even
I'm
with a
sorry.
big girl, that if she even gets smashed by two dudes, that is gonna boost her ego up. You see what happened with Lizzo? She has to pay to play, but she's boosting her ego up based on that. Now, some females that much more fit and got the looks and still get with more dudes and certain caliber dudes and stuff like that. But see, they lack the femininity, they lack the feminine, submissive, cooperative, the ladylike level and stuff. But as long as they got that looks and dudes are lined up to smash them, that's all most percent of females care about, and that's the problem. Like I said, females are like Kryptonians. Who's feeding them the yellow sun source? Simps. Simps is their yellow sun source. Instead of men and the men are they kryptonite. Like I said, them two males and men. The males that keep feeding these females of their bad behavior, they're the yellow sun source. That's how they get stronger the way they are. And the men know they're kryptonite. We know how to weaken these females.
I think I can't say accountability is a kryptonite, and the red sun is the men that they can't keep.
Good point.
Well,
Exactly. Yep.
I'm gonna say, their looks is only a component of them. Where it's at is where they engage in the emotional control and be manipulative behavior. That's where it's at. Okay, that's the most powerful thing they utilize. They utilize their emotional type energies because they know, uh, brothers tend to um, not that there are brothers who are more so developed at times, and they play on that because we're genuine with that. We're wired to want to take care of our family, love our family. We desire that. We're wired to do that. Okay. But when they have that understanding that they can use that emotional type energy to manipulate whatever to get whatever they want for themselves. Okay, they can look the worst. Okay, they don't always look. Or they ain't all nines and tens. You got threes and fours that will engage in manipulative behavior, emotional manipulative behavior, just as much as those nines and tens, and they will stress a brother out to where he don't know which way is coming. Okay, so it is the mindset, it is her emotional behavior. And so when you tell her, look, hold on, I'm not going to play that with you, I'm not doing that, no, then you start witnessing all the stuff. That tongue, what the Bible say about that tongue, a woman's tongue. They meant that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's real talk.
Right. Facts. And right now we also have, who's that? Sean All on the panel. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Melody.
Hey. So how do you feel about this tragedy? I can't even speak. It's so bad. Like, it really did ruin my day. How about you?
Yeah, this is really tragic news. Not to say I agree with everything what Kevin Samuel say, but at the end of the day, like if you just really celebrating just because of a difference of opinion, I mean, if it's not like detrimental to their people or anybody per se, why are you celebrating it? I mean, that's just crazy to me. Also, I see while I was on Twitter, I see some of these females be celebrating like yeah, like they just like putting all these memes and these short videos saying they
Mhm.
celebrating that. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
you guys are proving his point.
there are
You
males
guys
doing
are
it too.
proving his point by doing all that shit.
Yes, sir. There are males doing it too, males and females doing that.
Yeah,
Go
Where
yeah, yeah,
males?
yeah.
Wait, let's speak on that. You see males? Let's speak on that because I didn't see any males doing
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
Only
they doing
women.
it.
There's a gay channel
Read
that's
some comments.
talking about it right now, making jokes.
Hmm.
Wow.
They
Sure
make
are.
fun of his sexuality, and this is my problem though. This is the problem I have when it comes to the Twitterverse. How you guys always be like supporting some group, but you guys will justify by just bashing on a black man by calling him gay. If I would have just eat, like to be honest with you, I would not give a damn about who to it. I would easily say
Say,
the F word
say
or whatever
GA.
type
Use
of
a
thing.
different. That's a trigger word, so use a different word instead of the G word.
If
Try
I
to
could
think
call
of it.
someone a fruit, if I call someone a fruit in public, well, you make sure I could call someone a fruit on the internet. I could call someone fruit. I could call someone a Martian Manhunter or what or a Decepticon. I could
Yeah.
do all these things. But I
Hmm.
chill on that because I have to be
Come
careful
on.
because shoot, I just don't want people to be DM. I'm like a part of that side. I mean, I could, but when if it's someone that you don't like, you guys will you do the same thing. And also, I see it when it comes a black women. I love black women to the heart, but at the end of the day, they put themselves into that space because you know why? They put it over there.
Hmm.
They
Exactly.
did. Like, I mean,
Yes, sir.
like, come on. Like, okay, you call him a fruit because he just said one critical thing. And I'm not saying I agree with everything. You don't have to be like, under 145 pounds, but you could be in shape. People
Yeah.
wanted to see you flourish. He wanted to see you flourish. Now, you don't have to do everything what he said, but pick up certain things in order for better improvement. But
Mm-hmm.
these,
Well, well, the thing, a lot of people get into the surface levels. What the main root of it is, we're addressing the behavior. If you could call us out on our behavior, and we are charged to correct our behavior, isn't there a counter? Shouldn't you be correcting your behaviors too?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have us correct our behaviors and then we go to correcting our behaviors, but then we still have to deal with this this our counterpart that's out of order. Men don't operate in things that are out of order. We just don't do that. We just don't. Now, if our
that's true.
counterpart is still out of order, should we not address what is out of order? Because I just said we don't operate in things that are out of order.
That's
And the
100%
behavior is
true.
what we're addressing. The behavior is what we're addressing. That's where it's at. People, oh, he called me big. He called me the behavior. Yeah, you can be, let's say
Mhm.
you're 5 foot, let's say you're 5'5" and you're 185. Okay, but what's your behavior like? You see, what is your
And no,
behavior like?
and
Are
that's
you
also
are
another
you
thing.
five
There's
foot
no
five?
humility. There's
Right.
no humility.
And listen,
5'5",
yeah, facts.
Like
185
And
and got beautiful behavior, or are you 5'5", 185 and got the ugliest attitude in the world? Which
yeah,
one are you?
And
and
does it
this
come
the
from
reality
depression?
is this was just a wake up call for the mainstream. I mean, so to say, like the women that actually hear this in real time, but I know a lot of women had an issue about him talking about weight or whatever. But the reality is, no well-to-do man about himself wants a fat woman. Like if you look at what the guys get when they actually get money, it ain't a big woman. You know, I know a lot that was shocking to hear for a lot of women, but it's the truth, baby.
it's not shocking at all. I mean,
Yeah,
shoot,
it should
like
be shocking to them, not the
how is
brother.
it shocking
Oh,
to
you don't
them?
know.
Like, shoot, I don't. I'm okay. I don't have six figures, not yet.
Yeah,
I'm going to,
yeah, right.
but I don't
You
want to
ain't
pick
gotta
like
have,
a
yeah, yeah. You
you
don't have
know.
to have six
Yeah,
figures to be well to do though.
Right.
Yeah,
I know, but like, but even when you have money like that, even before that, I want to get beautiful women, or even like if she's not the most beautiful, at least she's humble and also she's actually very nice to the point where I can have a peace of mind. Most of
That's
these
what
women
I'm talking
don't give you a peace of mind. Not to
that's
say
what I'm
it's a
talking
bad to
about.
bad black woman.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just the truth is like y'all are so full of yourselves on this shit. Every single was like every time I be on this gram or on Twitter, they on some full shit time. Like I don't know what the hell's wrong with them.
Well,
Like
once again, we address the behavior. Look, man. She can be 5'5", 185. Okay, she can have the weave on. She can, but what is her attitude like? What is her behavior like? If she's the most beautiful person inside and she's speaking peace all day versus a woman that's speaking all kind of evil out her mouth, all kind of attitude. You got to come home to a battle all the time. Which one you want?
Because if you
well,
realize,
yeah.
like back
No,
in the
I get what
80s
you're saying,
and
Professor.
90s,
I just go ahead, Mel. I'm gonna jump
yeah,
in after
I
you.
was, yeah, because if you realize, like back in the 80s and some of the 90s, big girls was like the most jolliest females because they knew they
Right.
lane and place. So the best thing they have to give is their attitudes, because that's like equivalent to um a unproductive dude with no money had to learn how to sweet talk a woman. That's all he got. So it's like, yeah,
Well,
that's all you got.
I
You
just
ain't got
say,
nothing
look,
left. It's like, yeah,
I
like,
Well, I just want to make this quick point, and I'll jump out. Yeah, no, Go Professor made a great point. You know, definitely about the attitude is number one, but we cannot discount a woman that has to take care of herself from a physical standpoint. If she's
yes, sir.
5'3", 200, like I don't know how well she's taking care of herself from a wellness, just for wellness, lifestyle. What is her life expectancy? Like if I
yeah,
pick a woman like that to marry and have kids, then she's gonna gain even more weight when she had kids. You know?
Well,
So yeah,
yeah.
I mean
Looks will get you in the door.
definitely a strong. That's definitely a strong choice. I mean, it's definitely a strong pick up top in the top things. That's of course, getting along cooperative is very important, but that's got to be high on the list, brother. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just say, people, physicality, people can work on that, right? But you say, let's say she's five. Let's go back to that 5'5", 185, right?
That's
She
basically
can
200 pounds. Yeah.
she can lose the weight, but if she got attitude, well, and that behavior is out of pocket, well, what you think
Now
that
it's
And
attitude and behavior
Professor,
is going to be
it's
once she
if
and
she lose it's
lose
if she loses the weight.
50 75 pounds? What you think that attitude and behavior is going to be, right? I'm saying uh she has to adjust that mindset, and if she adjusts that mindset, and you as the brother can say, hey babe, we gonna get this together and I'm with you, and she's standing on a brother's purpose, and she desires to stay with you and continue to, she gonna all that's gonna fall in line. But if she's not, if her attitude and behavior ain't right, it don't matter how much weight she lose, she gonna still be
Well,
ugly.
Well,
well,
it's the
I
whole thing,
mean,
though.
go ahead.
See, this the whole thing. The looks will get you in the door. Now, yes, for some women that's in more physically shape and everything, it would get her in the door, and some dudes will be less tolerant of her red flags and stuff like that. Like I said, like I said, the more attractive you are, the less tolerant most dudes is going to be. I mean, of her red flags. Like yeah. I mean, and a dude that's master of his overall domain of his own domain, he's not going to tolerate a whole lot of that from no matter how much attractive these females are. Think of like someone like Drake and stuff like that, and you got 10 top models. He'll kick him to the curb with no problem and stuff like that because he can always replace them with another top 10 chicks.
Well,
But
that's why. I'm
most
sorry.
average brothers, they will know a lot of red flags depending on how attractive she is until they finally feel like they had their breaking point. And most times it takes too long than others because he's not master of his own domain.
And even to add on top of that, even if they are cooperative, it's still not even 100% that they're going to get picked by those men, because there's tons of women around the world that may have the same trait. So he still
Facts,
has an abundance to
facts,
pick from.
Exactly.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts for sure.
Well, the thing is what we deal with right now. We're, I try not to get into the celebrityism, if I could say that. I want to stay average, and we're all average. Well, I'm average. I don't know about everybody else. I would, I humbly say that we're average, but average people have average issues. There are people who
Hmm.
have, that weigh a little more than others. There are people who drink a little more than others, et cetera, et cetera. The question is, can we get that behavior together? Okay. Now, you can't go hard on us, on brothers, talking about, hey, you broke, you're dusty, you ain't about nothing, you don't care about nothing, your kids are bad, blah 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 blah, and then we apply some order, but yet we're expected to, you know continue to live with all the behavior, and under the guise of, oh, that's the way I am, that's the way it is, that's, no, 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 that's what we ain't gonna do. No, either you pull it together, or you're gonna have to make your way. You're gonna have to make some other decisions. And you can't be mad at me for expressing that sentiment. You can't be mad at brothers for expressing that sentiment. When brothers gotta work all day, brothers gotta come home and make sure you good. Gotta take care of that car when that tire's on flat. Okay? Gotta make sure things are in order, because brothers don't live in things that are out of order. That's what it is. Now, if she can't get that right, if she can't get on that man purpose and say, "Hey, I'm with you, baby," well, then you can't be mad when we saying, "Oh no, I'm not going to tolerate that." That's just what it is.
Yeehaw.
New people speak. Y'all just came up.
Hey, look, Melanie,
Oh,
I got
y'all
to
need
push
that?
out,
I was.
so I
Oh,
thank you for having me, and peace to everybody on the panel, man. I peace to everybody on the panel. I appreciate you guys letting me speak up here, and I'm thankful for your time and energy. Your presence is a blessing. I'm thankful. I want to make sure I express that. Give you guys your flowers now, okay? I don't want to give you your flowers when you're gone. I want to give you your flowers now. All right. So I'm thankful. I want to make sure I
Exactly. Get
express
the
that to you
flowers when
guys.
they
Salute. Come on,
smell
thank you,
professor.
Brian. Well, I'm glad that you came up.
For sure,
Thank
for
you so
sure.
much for coming on the panel. Uh, I'll see you later.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Hey, you
Bye.
guys be easy, man. And
Take it.
once again, peace to KS, and May Allah continue to bless him in his next world, in his next life. Indeed.
Yeah, most,
Regardless
most
of
Exactly.
definitely,
how
man.
everybody
Yeah,
felt about him.
yeah, thanks for the wise words, brother.
Yes, sir. All
Indeed.
right.
Thank you.
You guys be easy.
Yeah.
Okay, you too. So we have Slim Duncan on the panel. Hi, Slim.
Hey, hi Melody.
Hey.
Hello dear.
So,
Hi to the rest of the panel.
Hello.
I didn't get a chance to like hear what the actual conversation was about because I was on somebody else's panel. So I'll just sit in my corner. I'll sit quiet until,
okay.
I get the gist of what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'll explain a little to you
Okay.
because, as you know, Kevin Samuels passed away.
Right. I've
And a
heard
lot
that.
of women on social media, like on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, are saying a lot of like mean, nasty things about him. Like
Mhm.
someone said, "Ding dong, the witch is gone," and someone said, "Oh, he died alone," and people are just
Mhm.
saying disgusting things. So, what is your take on that?
Um, you know what? In my family, I'm not gonna say that we didn't take death seriously, but we definitely didn't take it as serious as a lot of other people um, that maybe was in the same neighborhood as us, or people that we grew up with. Because not because, but when it comes to death, that is something that we do take into account. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that a person lived on earth before they transition to the afterlife. So my thing is, I didn't follow Kevin Samuels when he blew up, but I did follow him when he was floating around the manosphere space, when he used to frequent the Renaissance Woman panel, which she's not on YouTube anymore, and things like that. I mean, the only thing that I could say is God rest his soul. And being the type of person that I am, I feel like whatever he deserves, he's gonna get in the afterlife, whether it be good or bad. And that's just how I feel.
Definitely, I do agree with that.
Hmm.
Um, but to the ladies like Cynthia G and people like that saying all those disgusting things, what would you say to them?
Uh, the only thing that I would say to them would be to, um, I would tell them to just remember like their own karma, because even though you may feel like, well, he deserves this, or he don't deserve any blessings going to the other side. Everybody, it doesn't matter what they did when they were here on earth, everybody deserves some type of blessing, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
I
And fortunately and unfortunately, I am the type of person that I feel like a spit on somebody's grave is actually like that could be their blessing for the other, from sending you off to the other side. Because if that's the path that you laid while you were here on earth, and you left that type of mark on somebody, then you just get what you get, you know what I'm saying? But for
um,
me, I just like to live, and I would just like to lead with positivity. So for me personally, I would just say, like, God rest his soul. I pray that he passes to the afterlife of heaven. I
mhm,
pray that he that I pray that his soul is blessed to meet his ancestors, our ancestors. And I pray that I don't know, I just pray blessings and fulfillment over his soul. That's all I can pray for.
oh, that was really, really nice. It really was. And I agree. Like Kevin Samuels, like I'm just praying for his family, his daughter, everybody, because this
Hmm.
was so unexpected. So yeah. Oh, somebody else is up. Hold on one second. Hi, Christine.
Hi everyone, how are you doing?
I can
Doing
see.
well. How are you?
Uh, I'm a little emotional and I'm gonna cry, so I'll let you know. Not only because of this. Sorry. Can I talk now?
Yeah, sure. It's your time.
Um, I'm gonna cry because um
Uh-oh.
when I was a child,
Mm-hmm.
I always saw black people, I always thought we were a godly people. I always was told we were the chosen people. And I grew up believing that for a long time. And I see our flaws, our missteps and so forth, and I never took it as no, we're godless now. Um, it started for me, and I know I'm gonna go all over. I'm sorry, as a need to
It's
vent.
okay. Take your time. It's okay.
It started with this abortion thing, and I don't know where anybody stands on it, but to see people, almost like I saw a rage of demons, just this anger, this violence, like they're ready to kill somebody over it, and I'm like, my God, you know, and to know that, and I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying what I'm feeling. I'm just looking at a correlation, if there is one. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. And if I'm out of line, please correct me.
Mm-hmm.
We abort half of our babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call it whatever you want. We abort. 49% of black people are aborted before they take a breath.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was looking to see who's live because I was like, wow, is this true? I wasn't the biggest fan. Some things I liked what he said, some things made sense, some things I'm just like, okay, you're way out of line. But I would never celebrate somebody's death.
Mm-mm.
I would never. And to see black women in particular laughing, cackling, none of us know if we're going to wake up tomorrow. If you
Mm-hmm.
like the man or not, none
Mm-hmm.
of us know for sure. So, how do you cackle and laugh? And I just said, I've never really felt like I saw demonic things, but I've been seeing a demonic presence this past week. And to hear the cackling is just like, we're a godless generation. Previous generations were rooted in something. And that's why a lot of the things that we do so flippantly, so flagrantly, so arrogantly, they just didn't engage in the same way. I'm just like, I'm almost shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, that's who we are now. We're laughing at somebody. The man's body's not even cold. You don't have no compassion if you like the man or not. Why? Because you hurt your feelings? My
That's
God.
funny.
Don't you have people you love? Don't you have parents who are in their 50s or in their 60s? How you know you're not going to get a call tomorrow? How you know the universe not just going to snatch them because your heart is wicked? My
Um,
That's
God, I'm just like
you know
taken
what
aback.
the
I'm just
thing
like, no,
is?
there's a demonic presence everywhere, you know? And I've never really, grown up, I grew up in the church and I shied away, but the things I'm seeing do look like revelation to me.
A
I
lot
don't
of
see.
people don't realize their demonic devotion.
Yeah,
And that's why they can celebrate Kevin Samuel's dying. You see what I'm saying? Like for me,
yeah,
I can tell you like no, I didn't agree with a lot of his talking points, but I am one person I've witnessed personally with my own two eyes. I've witnessed people change.
right.
Um, I've witnessed people go through things where they have had to profess from their own mouths that the things that they were going through were their karma. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And so for people that didn't know him at all, that have only been able to been graced by his presence through an electronic device to celebrate his death. You see what I'm saying? For me, um, I'm not gonna say I don't feel one way or another about it because I am one person that can tell you I did not agree with a lot of the things that he said, but I can also tell you that those people, they are gonna have a spiritual reckoning that is going to be out of this world,
Hmm.
because everybody knows that death is the end of your line. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, a lot of people that gets reincarnated, they don't necessarily remember anything from their past life. So when you come to this world, via reincarnation or via, just creation, and just being brought here with no past life, this is your first time here. Because a lot of people don't know a lot of people don't know their past life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just more so like, the people that celebrated his death is just like they're gonna have a reckoning, and it's gonna be bad for me. That's what I feel like. It's gonna be bad.
I
Yeah.
feel as
So I
this.
don't I don't I don't celebrate death, and I don't necessarily mourn over death. The people that die in my family, I remember them for what I remember them for, and that's what I focus on, and I remember them in that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that.
Right. I mean, it's okay to celebrate somebody, celebrate the life of in a good way of
Mm-mm.
somebody, but not how they're doing it. Like they're actually having parties, streams online.
Right.
It, you're right. It just makes you feel weird. It's like I'm shivering because it's disgusting. Like what happened to humanity? Like people are disgusting. But
I,
let me just read these super chats before we move on. Thank you, Go Professor, for the super chat. He says, I appreciate you, Melody. Thank you, panel, and to the chat. Thank you. We appreciate you too. Thank you for that. And I thought I saw another one. Oh, Demetrius. Thank you, Demetrius. He says, just went to Yanni's channel. They're calling it a spiritual reckoning and saying the divine feminine is here. Devil worshippers,
Mm-mm.
a lot of them.
see,
Scary. It's really, really scary.
Well, people believe in what they believe in, so
yeah, sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
accept that.
that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing I don't try to interfere in, because you got people that believe in a lot of things. So, because you got people, if he is dead, then you got people that it's people gonna come out a week from now that's gonna be like, yeah, because I flipped the tarot cards and the card said this, and then you're gonna have people that's like, yeah, because the stars, wasn't aligned, and so for me, people believe in what they believe in. So
Mm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, like I'm not a religious person, but I believe in karma. I
Yeah, me
also
too.
believe I
It's about
also
energy.
believe in, what I'm saying, the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm a huge believer in energy. Huge. I believe in you get back what you put out.
Yep.
I believe in
So,
that shit 100%. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like people believe in what they believe in. Like I have a cousin that's like she practices voodoo. You know what I'm saying? But that's just I feel like whatever. I'm gonna tell you like this. I I'm like, I don't know who said it on the panel, but I believe in energy. I believe you get the most out of what you put your energy into.
mhm.
So you know what I'm saying? Because I always tell people, like, if you focus on the negative things in your life and what's going wrong, it's gonna be a cycle. You know what I'm saying? But if you push that to the back burner and you focus on the positive things, and or you just focus on what you need to what goal you need to fulfill in your life that's positive, then you're gonna set a trajectory in your life that's gonna be positive. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the type of person I am.
Right.
Um, can I make another point? If
Yeah.
someone said, I'm not like pushing religion or anything on anybody, but I just think that We gotta, I don't know what, we gotta turn to God, and it don't if it's a Bible or Quran, we gotta be founded, we gotta be rooted in something, some principles, because
Mhm.
we don't have none no more. Like, we don't have nothing anymore. And I didn't realize on a spiritual level it was so bad until I saw those angry faces talking about, oh, the abortion, I mean, even if you feel you got to do that, it's not something to celebrate. It's not a beautiful thing to cut a life short, and we're celebrating it. We're demanding it angrily. It's not a beautiful thing for somebody's life to be cut short, if you like them or not. When do we
Mhm.
become a people who celebrate stuff like that? This is why we're not blessed as a people. It's not, forget white supremacy. I don't hear black people talk about racism no more, because what we do to ourselves, nobody else could do that. What we do to ourselves, nobody else could do it the way we do it.
Mhm.
We are the biggest white supremacists I think creation has ever seen.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why it's about
sickening
energy and not what's the old saying? All skin folk ain't
and
kinfolk.
All
kinfolk,
You
but
skin
I
folk
mean,
ain't
my
what
God,
kinfolk.
once you start to wake up, you can kind of see people for who they are past their physical. I'm not, and look, there's no disrespect to any religion. I think there's a lot of jewels in the Bible and the Quran. I'm personally not religious. I'm agnostic, but I did grow up in the church like a lot of black people. When you start looking at people's for as far as their energy and their spirit, you can really see who they truly are. And there are a lot of negative people, a lot of negative energy, whatever you want to call it. And it is sad, and that is a personal thing, whether people want to blame it on this, blame it on.
You cut out,
No.
Mr. Bobby, right?
amen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
hear
you
you
did
now.
cut it.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm driving, so it's probably gonna. No, I was just saying that you at some point you have to look at people or look at yourself, excuse me, for who you are and stop just saying, oh well, look at all this outside stuff. Okay, fine, but what are you doing? Who's the person in the mirror? What are you doing? How are you adding to your life and to other people's lives in a negative or a positive way? And negative and positive energy is a real thing, even outside of religion, just in physics. You can even
Mhm.
look at plants. You can take away from human beings. They've done studies on this for years with different kinds of music or how people will talk to plants in a negative way. And the plants almost every time would die off faster or the color would change versus when they would play more peaceful music and talk to it, but they were keeping the same kind of light, same species of plants, same amount of
Mhm.
water, same soil. But the plants that were talked to positively every day got played, certain kinds of music, would grow faster, more healthy, more strong. But the ones that were fed the negative energy almost every time would die. And
That's
us
true,
This
as
is
a
Bobby.
people,
true.
and us
That's
as a
true.
people in particular, as black people, or us as a race in particular, all human beings, but us as particular, our relationship with things like the sun and energy in general, we absorb energy differently. And now you can see this with our people. So if you want to take it to a religious tip, as far as us being the chosen people, us being the chosen people is not by our race first. It's us as the individual, and there is a level of choice. I think that maybe in a sense we kind of have first dibs on being chosen, but a lot of us are
Mhm.
choosing to not be chosen, if that makes sense. We're choosing to live in a more fallen state. Shout out to the woman channel, the Crimson Cure, excuse me, the Crimson Cure. She talks a lot about
Kennedy. Yeah.
the lost value system of Crimson Cure. A lot of us are living in a lost value, lost energy, whatever you want to call it. We have fallen from being. It would be like if somebody said, "Hey, here's $1 billion," and you just said, "Nah, I don't want it." Okay, they may have chose you for that billion, but but if you say you don't want it, you're not really the chosen person no more. You might, maybe you were supposed to be, but what are you doing? Or somebody else could be chosen for that billion. They could take it and use that money for evil. Are you a chosen person? It's because somebody chose you for this. You weren't using it in the way that whatever you believe in intended, and that is your energy that goes beyond so-called race. So people got to be careful with energy because everything does come back. Energy is never destroyed; it goes somewhere. So
Right.
people got to be very
And
careful, whether you're religious or not. There are certain
I
things
think
within. Yeah,
a lot of
I'm
people
going back on
don't.
mute.
I think a lot of people don't. They forget that one of the things granted to us by the gods of the universe is free will. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's presented in front of us, we have a choice to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Even if you do the wrong thing, if you're doing it for the right reasons, sometimes God will give you that grace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just feel like sometimes with people that are so deep in religion, they feel like they can manipulate people's reality. You see what I'm saying? Um, Never think that you can exact karma onto somebody else. You see what I'm saying? If I do something bad and I have a debt to society to pay, or I have a debt to the gods to pay that's going to come back to me in the form of karma. Never think that you can exact that. It's going to come to me when it's going to come to me. If you feel like you can do something wrong to somebody else and call it karma, guess what? You have, you've signed yourself up for your own fucking karma. Nobody has the right to, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has the right to say, like, oh, well, I'm going to do this to this person and that's going to be their karma. Nobody can determine karma. Karma is going to come when it's going to come.
That's true. And I do believe in karma because I've even done things
Hmm.
wrong and it came back to me. So and these are like little things that I've done. So imagine something big. I definitely do believe in it. So let's see who else. Who didn't get to talk? Mel, you have anything to say?
I say is this. I was saying just like I mean, I know y'all don't have to agree with everything Kev says, but the things y'all do agree with him with, and if y'all applied it to your real lives, then that's all that matters. Doesn't have to be 100%, but you could get that's over any information people give it. You don't have to agree with everybody 100% on everything, but what was stuff you come with good faith, and maybe you take something to tweak certain things in your lifetime due to this person's information. That's all that matters, and you see the results. And the results came out good and unexpected how you've never seen it before.
Hmm.
Work's been done. That's all that matters. So,
Great. Thanks for that, Mel. Okay, these going to be final thoughts because I have to go.
yeah, so
So let's start with Sean. What are your final thoughts?
Um, my final thoughts is that just rest in power to Kevin Samuels. Some of us are full of shit, and he just like we just people just exposing what he usually say, even if we agree or disagree or not. That's all.
Thank you for that. Christine, any final thoughts?
Yes, I do. I was just gonna say that. I'm sorry, because I'm still. If we're adults, and we're supposed to be the elders one day, right?
Hmm.
So we're supposed to be the elders, and we got the gender fighting, and we killing our babies, and we killing each other, and we mistreating each other, and we laughing at death. If we're supposed to be the elders, what chance do the young people got? What chance do they have if we are some godless people, a godless generation, just not rooted in nothing, right? If we are supposed to be the elders, what chance do the next generation have? That's all I want to know. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you for that. Let's have Slim. Final thoughts.
Um, I just want to say that because I didn't know him personally, I can't say one thing one way or another. The only thing that I can say is that everyone needs to be aware of their own spiritual debt that needs to be paid to society. So, celebrating someone's death, you just need to think about your debts to society. And that's the only thing I can say. You know, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I haven't celebrated someone's death in the past because I have. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about your heart and how you are spiritually connected to the gods and the universe. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Lim. Thanks for coming too. I
No
appreciate it.
problem. I'm gonna hop down. Nice
Uh,
talking to y'all.
Nice talking to you. Good night. Okay, let's have Triple X. What are your final thoughts? You there, Triple? Guess not. Let's have Classy. What are your final thoughts, Classy?
Um, Back in the 90s, Tupac once said, I may not change the world, but I will spark the flame that makes it change. However, I want to say about Mr. Samuels, when in regards of repairing, trying to help repair the black community to where we have been lost since during the times of slavery, I think it's well enough to be said that he can be mentioned within the names of people like Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. I'm talking about in a different perspective, not as in what went on back then, but what's going on with us right now. Whether you agreed or disagree with him, he tried to make a change and help us look into our own selves to find a change within ourselves. And with that being said, I want to say, Kevin Samuels, brother, I miss you very much. You're my college alumni. I love you. Boomer Sooner for life.
Thank you for that, Classy. I know it's hard, but thank you so much for that final thought. Let's have Mr. Bobby Wright. What are your final thoughts?
I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm still driving. Am I breaking up?
We can hear you. No,
Okay.
you're fine.
I'll just be quick. I'm just gonna say peace and love to everybody. Um, just take the seeds and the knowledge that has been, spread over these last few years. You don't have to obviously agree with everything that's impossible, in my opinion. Take what applies to you, because we're none of us are perfect, but we can all strive to be a better version of ourselves. So peace and love and my condolences.
Thank you for that. And did I do you, Mel? Did you go?
Yeah, you know how I went, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm just making sure.
Rest,
All
rest in
right.
peace, guys. Thanks for everything. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night. Okay, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Um, it's been a good run. You made it viral. I was really proud of you when you did because when I met you, you wasn't viral yet. You were just in a space and only a small crowd heard the message. But when you went viral, you was able to speak to Nicki Minaj, you was able to speak to Brittany Renner, you was able to get into Future's video. You got the message out there to a way bigger audience and I think that was great. But rest in peace, Kevin. We're gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss late at night going through my YouTube and watching your clips and laughing because you always have me laughing, especially when he plays that clip with the heavy set when it's a heavy set woman, he plays that music that always cracks me up. But yeah, I'm really gonna miss Kevin. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming and good night.